Hi, it's August 17th. It's nice and cool this morning. It kind of reminds me of football weather. It's been hot lately and I've had to ruck either at dusk or even later when it's dark. And in doing that the last few days, it brought back a bunch of memories of the experiences I've had over the years rucking, and some of them have been quite strange. When I went rucking a couple nights ago, there were bunnies everywhere, all over my neighborhood. It's amazing how many. I mean, there must have been a huge population explosion in the rabbits lately. And they're brave. I get all the way up to them before they'll actually turn and run, and boy, are they fast. So that was one thing. Another thing I remembered was years ago when I first started rucking, I was coming down the top of our street, which is a real long street, and about halfway down I saw what I thought was a dog come out of a driveway, but I said, wow, that's a little bit bigger than what a dog is. So I kept walking, I came down, I looked across the street where it had walked, and it was in the back of a yard, and it turned around and looked at me. It was mangy, and it was a little bit taller than a dog. It was a coyote, and it just looked at me and turned around and went into the back of the yard, and I was like, whoa, really, really strange. Haven't seen coyotes around here, but I did that night. Interesting. Also, the other night was a strange thing. I decided to, like I said, ruck because of the heat later at night, and it was almost like 8 o'clock and it was dark, and it was getting dark. Sorry, it wasn't dark, it was getting dark. And as I was rucking, the sky was gray and it looked like it was going to rain. So I said, oh, please let me get my 3 laps done, and before it pours. So as I was rucking, I came to about 10 houses away from my house on the last lap. And as I did, it started raining, and I was listening to music on my headphones, and just as it started raining, the song In the Rain by the Dramatics came on, which I thought was really strange. But and then it started pouring, and I had to run to the house and get in before I got totally drenched. It was quite unusual. But the strangest and most unfortunate experience I had rucking was about a year ago. I was rucking, and there was a gentleman that lived up the street. He was about 90, and he used to walk over to the store himself, and it took forever to get down there and back, but he'd walk over there and get stuff and come back to his house. And he was doing that when I was rucking, and I saw him going up the street, and when I was coming around on another lap, all of a sudden I saw something gray on the ground. I'm like, what is that? It was him. He had fallen, and I saw the gray hair, and I was like, oh my God, and I had someone call 911. Unfortunately, they took him and he was fine, and then he stopped eating a couple weeks later, and he passed away shortly after that. So it was kind of sad, especially for a guy that, still got around on his own for all those years. Unfortunate. Aside from that, I've been continuing lifting in the afternoon, and great workouts, and I think I'm going to stick with that. It seems to be the sweet spot for getting a good workout, because when I used to go sometimes in the mornings, I'd be sluggish, sometimes I'd have energy, but when I go in the afternoon, it seems all the time I do have the energy. And the added benefit is, with all the teenagers going because of the free membership, they seem to go earlier. They don't tend to go 2, 3 in the afternoon. So when I get there, I'm able to work on the machines and not have crowds and have to wait for machines. So that has been great. Aside from that, just continuing to lift and ruck and stay healthy. I'll probably do another video at least about a week from now, maybe during the week or next weekend. So until then, stay healthy, stay happy.